Okay, mean, variance, and standard deviation of a binomial distribution. So there's your three formulas. Obviously, this first one, that's mu, which represents mean. So there's your mean. Here's your variance formula. And here is your standard deviation formula. To kind of interpret what you need out of this, obviously mu stands for mean, this symbol right here. Sigma squared stands for variance, and sigma is just the square root of sigma squared stands for standard deviation. And what we need to determine then next is, what does n mean, what does p mean, and what does q mean? Okay, n is the number of trials. Like, for instance, if I was flipping a coin 10 times, that would be, n would be 10. If I was going to predict the weather over the next 5 days, where the probability is the same each day, that would be, so 10 days, n would be 10. So it's just how many are in your sample, or in your, not in your sample, but in your population, what you're doing. P stands for the probability of a success. And Q stands for the probability of a failure. You know, maybe a success is heads and a failure is tails. So probability of a head would be P, Q would be the probability of a tail. And if it's a fair coin, they're both a half. So let's look at an example of this. So let's say we have a 20% chance of rain over the next 5 days. You know, each day there's a 20% chance of rain, so it's the same each day. So n would be 5, p would be 0.2, and q, no rain, would be 0.8. And so your mean would be 5 times 0.2, which is 1. Standard deviation, sigma squared, is 5 times 0.2 times 0.8, which that would be, I could probably, well, it'd be, I'll just do it so I don't screw it up. So 5 times 0.2 times 0.8 is 0.8. Yeah, I knew that, but anyway. And then your standard, your standard deviation would be the square root of that. So the square root of 0.8, which, that's a little trickier. It'd be 0.894 approximately. And you always go one decimal beyond our data. So our data is to the 10th place. So really it's just 0.89. Okay, and so that is how you find mean, standard deviation, and variance of a binomial distribution. Pretty simple, I think. So good luck, and see you next time.